Hello, this is Colin Liddell, and this is the Shortpod, a brief and succinct podcast commenting on the events and issues of the day. And today it is the 21st of February, 2025. Now, it's been a few days since Donald Trump, Orange Hitler, the blonde baboon, made his famous comments about President Zelensky of the Ukraine, calling him a dictator, and saying a whole lot of other shit about how Ukraine is doomed and should surrender, etc., etc. Basically, the subtext of all this is that this emotionally incontinent moron is pissed off because he didn't get $500 billion in rare earths and other minerals, which he hoped to extort from the Ukrainian government. Zelensky said, no, thank you, I'd like to reconsider this deal. Anyway, the fallout of all this is that Donald Trump has basically shat the bed. He's made statements that it will be very, very hard to take back, which place him firmly in the Putin camp. He's really, really happy to blame Zelensky for being a dictator, due to the fact that the guy can't actually call an election because he's in the middle of an existential war. And meanwhile, Trump is completely uncritical of Vladimir Putin, who's basically cooked the last 5 or 6 Russian elections. Now, American voters might be stupid, but I don't think they're really that stupid. They might want to cut spending on foreign wars, but Trump so blatantly siding with such a blatant aggressor as Putin is going to make them kind of pause for thought. So this ridiculous outburst by Trump is going to really eat into his popularity. We've already seen signs of that happening.
The last day and change has been the worst day of polling for Donald Trump during his entire second term in office. What am I talking about here? Take a look at Trump's net approval rating. CNN, you see it on this side of the screen, -5. Gallup, -6. Ipsos, -7. Quinnipiac, -4. Negative, 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 negative. Underwater, 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 underwater.
Although that might possibly be connected to the price of eggs, it's going to make a lot of the people in the Republican Party start thinking about the end game of the Trump presidency and how they can jockey for position and find the next bandwagon to jump onto. Also, there's going to be additional fallout from this major bed-shitting incident by Trump. For example, in Britain, Reform UK, the vehicle of Nigel Farage and his dubious dark money connections, is leading in the polls. According to one poll, which is slightly suspect in my opinion, but not totally, Reform is now at 28%, Labour is on 24%, and the Conservatives are way down on 20%. Now, I predicted that the Conservatives would do very, very badly after they elected Kemi Badenoch as their leader, because she is basically a Nigerian anchor baby. She's not exactly the ideal person you want to front a tough on immigration party. But in May, the UK will have local elections. Probably the Conservatives will be humiliated, and this will build pressure within the Conservative Party to get rid of Badenoch, and she could be gone quite soon. Once they get a proper leader in place, somebody who actually looks like a Conservative, somebody who isn't an anchor baby, the Conservative Party, if it keeps making the right noises, will start to claw back some of that lost ground. Meanwhile, Reform UK will be seen as this party that kind of hitched its wagon to Trump. And in the UK, Trump has always been unpopular, and his recent ridiculous statements about the Ukraine and Putin and the war will likely make him even more unpopular. The British people won't really appreciate an American president torching the entire security legacy of 70 years of NATO. So my prediction is that Donald Trump is going to drag himself down. He's obviously quite stupid. He's obviously quite emotionally driven. He's obviously quite venal and corrupt. And he's going to keep making stupid decisions. So he'll drag himself down. But he's also going to drag down much of the rest of the so-called new right. Reform is definitely in danger. Their best option is to try to distance themselves from Donald Trump as quickly as possible. In Germany this weekend, we have an election, and we will see something similar there, I suspect. I think Trump's comments about Putin and Zelensky will possibly have a depressing effect on the AfD vote, but we shall see. Anyway, it's only about a month into the Trump presidency, and if the wheels aren't quite coming off it yet, I think some of the wheel nuts are starting to work themselves loose. Over and out.